Hey everyone, if you remember earlier this week, I dropped a video on Cult of the Burning Man from the Kickstarter I backed for The Other Side from Weird Miniatures. Today we're going to look at the other half of that, the Gibbering Hordes. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date with all video content that we'll be releasing for thirdfloorwars.com, up to and including video streaming, the new From Box to Tabletop series featuring Craig Shipman painting miniatures literally from the box to the tabletop. He goes through everything. It's a great video series. He's just updated his equipment, and he's got some great visuals that go alongside of him actually painting the model. So make sure to check that out. Pros and beginners alike are going to get some good content out of this. So I wanted to start with doing a little bit more of an in-depth look at the Command Fate deck. Last time I kind of threw it up in front of the camera, but I wanted to just get a little bit closer shot this time of every single card. And first up we have the Allegiance box for Gibbering Hordes. As we saw with the previous box, this is absolutely stunning. The artwork, the packaging is very well done. The three squads we get in here are, we get two sets of striped skulkers and then one set of the Karkanoi. As before, comes very neatly packaged. No complaints. The tape measure, fate deck. Tokens, again, two-sided tokens except for tactics tokens. Objective markers. The new thing here is that there are tide pool markers. These are markers the Gibbering Hordes generates, and Storm Siren generates an additional one. Of course, we have all of the plug bases. Stratagem deck with all of the stat cards on the side there. Got the striped skulkers at the top. Only 5 sculpts each for those. Then the Karkanoi are under those. And then, of course, there's the Storm Siren. Overall, very nice and neat. Let's get a closer look. Notice a little bit more gapping and mold lines on these guys. This particular one has a lot of gaps. They're going to have to get green stuffed. The PVC or resin that they're using is pretty springy. Storm Siren was an amazing sculpt. Actually, these are all amazing sculpts, but again, you can see that there's definitely some gaps. The arms there and then along the wave that are going to need to get green stuffed. Again, nothing too horrible, but it is going to need a little bit of love. Moving on to the attachment for the squads, we have the Morphlings. As I noticed on the website for the card there, they have it listed as a Morph Pod or Morphod, so I'm not 100% certain there. Again, 3 here because I believe it was Kickstarted. I don't think you get 3 in the normal box. So, Morphling, Morphod, whatever you want to call it. It's a pretty interesting sculpt. The Egg Clutch comes with 4 tokens, much like the Breachling came with 4 tokens for Cult. This is the summonable model from the Karkanoi that can be consumed to go to glory. That's kind of Gibbering Hordes' thing, is that they eat their own units to go to glory. And the egg clutch is basically kind of the de facto food for them. Moving on to the armored whelks, these are the heavy armor of Gibbering Hordes. Unique unit in that they don't have to be deployed in formation. So I've mentioned a couple of rule things here, so just to kind of go over them. The going to glory is kind of like leveling up. Each of the cards, if you remember a couple of the ones I showed in Cult of the Burning Man video, each of the cards have a front and a back. The front of the card is what they start deployed as, and when they go to glory, you flip the card over, and then they get improved stats and sometimes added abilities for going to glory. It's kind of like leveling up mid-battle. And Gibbering Hordes go to glory by eating each other. As far as unit cohesion, each of these squads, so like there's 6 of these armored whelks, and that's some incredible detail on the shell, I have to say. The detail on all of these models are incredible. Here comes the Frenzy. This is the secondary commander that you got for kickstarting Gibbering Hordes. They are a little bit of an overhang problem. When I say a little bit, I mean a lot. That tail, as you can see there, just goes way off the base. Their arms go off the base as well, so you're gonna have to do something, figure out something with that. They are also a unit, and unit cohesion is that all the bases in the unit have to be within 8 inches of each other. And so the armored whelks that we just showed a second ago, they don't have to adhere to that. They can deploy anywhere. As they have 2 plug bases that can go anywhere. These guys, they actually have to deploy within 8 inches of each other. That jawline is not going to be fun to green stuff. A lot more gaps in this set than I saw in the cult set, unfortunately. Just in case the box wasn't visible enough on how big it is, that's how big that box is. The Alpha Crawler, I believe, is the largest model in the other side right now. The King's Hand is comparable in height, but I don't believe it's comparable in sheer mass. Those are the 2 riders that go on your Alpha Crawler. Apparently the guys that are controlling him and keeping him from just rampaging on absolutely everything. Coming up next, we have the Alpha Crawler after these little guys trying to control the big behemoth. I will let the visual speak for itself. Well, I'm pretty certain he's upset because of all the gaps and mold lines on him. He's going to need a lot of filling, especially around that jaw there. The arms, all 4 of them, and the legs are going to need a lot of gap fill, but it's an exquisite model. Just going to need a lot of work on him because, as the bigger the model is, the easier it's going to be to see those imperfections. That is it for the pledge for the Gibbering Hordes. Thank you all very much. See you on the other side.